Okay, so why atheists are wrong and why non-believers are just morons. Now, there's a difference between non-believer and atheist. The atheist first I have respect for, because most true atheists have read the Bible, they've researched and studied, and then after taking everything in, they've came to the conclusion that they just don't believe that that's the way it happened, right? They don't believe that there's a God and all that, okay? Non-believers are just morons, right? Uneducated, uncultured, have never even lifted the Bible, let alone read it, and off their own bat just go, oh, there is no God, I don't believe in God, and all this bullshit that they give you. Absolute morons. I have no time for non-believers. Now, for the atheists that are educated and cultured but just have decided not to believe, let me run this past you, and it's nothing to do with the Bible, okay? Just bear with me here, right? So you believe there's no God, right? And that's fine, okay? You believe that there's no devil and all the rest of it, right? Now, there's plenty of proof of God around us, and I know you're going to argue that that's science and stuff, the reason why we have flowers and various types of animals and stuff. That's not the road I'm going down. This is the road I'm going down, okay? If the devil doesn't exist, okay, why is it everywhere, right? Now, it's in every logo, right? It comes from Saturnalianism, right? And Satan is associated with Saturn, okay? We all know this. The number's 369, the number 6996, whatever, 369, okay? The cube, the hexagon, all this sort of stuff, right? This is where we get the Israeli flag and all the bottom triangle and the top triangle, overlapped, as above, so below, all this stuff, right? It's rampant within the music industry, okay? And I'm not just talking about Katy Perry and Beyonce, they're just muppets, right? This has been going on since Elvis's day. I mean, Elvis has a number of songs, The Devil in Disguise and I Am the Devil, right? Elvis was fascinated with death. He was into the occult, right? He was into black magic and all sorts of shit like that, right? The Beatles were the same, right? The Beatles have Aleister Crowley on their cover, right? And also, I think it's John Lennon is sitting like this. That's the devil horns hand sign. And the other one, whatever you call him, he was sitting like this. And that's your, your 6 there, and then your 3. So that's your 3 6s, And you see them all in the pop industry covering their eyes, the all-seeing eye of Horus and all this, right? So you think, yeah, but that's just the music industry. That's just to make money and, keep the music going and stuff like that there, right? So what about Disney? Walt Disney was the 33rd degree Freemason, Satanist, basically. And he promoted a lot of crazy stuff in his cartoons and his programs. Even to this day, it's still being done, right? If you don't know any of this, just do your research, okay? There's subliminal satanic hand signs where the cartoons are doing the devil horns. And I had somebody argue with me saying, no, you just freeze frame that. And I says, hold on a minute, mate, please. These cartoons are drawn frame by frame, so somebody had to draw that hand sign. Right? So, he didn't get back to me, put it that way. And this is what I'm talking about, idiot, uneducated people, uncultured idiots, right? Now, we also have sexual subliminals within Disney, right? So we're not going to spend too much time on Disney. There's also a lot of numbers in Disney as well, 13, 33, and then you'll always see the pyramid with the all-seeing eye in the background of various cartoons and stuff like that, right? Then we go to Hollywood, and I mean, Fox Entertainment, I mean, numerically Fox adds up the 666, I mean, F being the 6th letter of the alphabet, right? The 15th being O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, 1 and 5 is 6, and then the 24th letter of the alphabet is X, and 4 and 2 is 6. So numerically Fox is 666, so that's why we have Fox News, Fox Entertainment. And there's over here in the Ireland, UK area, we have like foxybingo.com and Fox Biscuits and just everything's all Fox sort of things, right? Now back to the Saturn thing, okay? The numbers 369 are used a lot by the occult, okay? And there's a lot of news stories and stuff that will have 369 in it. For example, 15 people were killed, today, so 1 and 5 is 6, and then you'll have 15 people were killed, 3 people injured, and 9 people arrested. You'll always see 369 within the news stories because it's code. It's some type of occultic, satanic, mesmerizing, energy releasing code, right? So, what I'm trying to say here is, if every major industry in the world is boxed off, the music industry, the film industry, the entertainment industry as in general as a whole, right? Your news outlets, your media, everything is all pushing satanic stuff, subliminal satanic messages, right? There's some songs out there that are singing about butterflies and stuff, but that's, the monarch butterfly, it's satanic. There's other songs that sing about rainbows. The rainbows, there's your colours, it's all satanic. It's just, it really, really goes deep. Now, for any atheist, not an unbeliever, I have no time for them morons, but for any atheist that says, yeah, well, I still don't believe, you really have to ask yourself why the world is so run by this whole satanic agenda. Why all the rich and famous and the ex-presidents and current presidents go to Bohemian Grove and burn effigies of children in front of a big owl, Moloch. Moloch was a Saturnian god, and as I say, Saturn is connected in the Bible with Satan, the dark star. I don't need to talk about heavy metal. Saturn was known as the heavy metal star because it's made of heavy metal lead. So that's why heavy metal is called heavy metal. It's named after Saturn. It's also very satanic music. And then we have the likes of Led Zeppelin and things like this here. Led Zeppelin, right? Who was it? It was Black Sabbath, yeah. Saturn is also known as Sabbath. The Black Star, Black Sabbath. So that's why we have Black Sabbath. And they actually sing about a guy, I forget his name, Cain. His name was, not Cain from the biblical Cain. It was another Cain. I forget his first name. But he forged metal. He was known for forging metals. So he was known as Iron Man. And that's where we got all this Iron Man films and stuff for it to just to keep the sort of satanic thing going. When you talk about Satanism, people expect to see 666 and pictures of the devil with a trident and a tail and horns and stuff like that. It's not the way it is, okay? They do it through these gods and goddesses like Nimrod, Isis, Osiris, the all-seeing eye of Horus. All this Egyptian stuff was all to do with Satanism as well. Nimrod was born on the 25th of December. That's why we celebrate Christmas Day. It's nothing to do with Jesus. Absolutely nothing to do with Jesus. Ishtar is Easter. That's why we celebrate Easter, the fertility goddess. That's why we have rabbits, because they're known to reproduce very quickly. And that's why we have eggs, because egg represents fertility. So the atheists bob along here, don't believe in this stuff, right? But they'll probably celebrate Christmas because it's good fun. They probably celebrate Easter because it's good fun. Halloween is one of the most satanic nights of the year. The night of the dead souls, the lost souls, whatever. The night of the dead. So they would celebrate all these holidays without ever questioning why. But they'll still stand to their grounds that, no, I don't believe in God. And there's so much stuff in the world that is just highly, highly satanic. Even the adverts that you watch these days, you'll see red and blue. Oh yeah, and I'll explain about the red and blue as well. It's Saturnian. Red represents time, blue represents space, right? It's the sine. If you have your straight line, that's the sine wave, right? Okay, from one point to another. So then you'll have the wave going like this, right? Which is your red, that's the sine wave. And then you'll have your cosine wave, which is the blue one, which goes the opposite way. So when you tilt it up, what you have is like the serpent around the pole, what you'll see in the medical industry and stuff like that there. So your sine wave is basically, the word sin comes from sine. So when they say you're born into sin, you're actually born into sine, time. You're born into time. You're trapped within a body of space, a spatial body, and you're trapped in time. So that's your sine and your cosine wave. Well, they're always depicted as red and blue. So when we mix the red and blue, we get purple. So that's where you get your occultic from. Witches wear purple. You'll see them in the chapels and churches and in the Vatican, which is a highly satanic place as well, wearing the purple sashes and stuff like that there with their little fish hats and stuff. It's all Saturnian. It's all to do with the worship of Saturn, Satan. Now you're probably thinking, well, what are you? What angle are you? Are you a Christian or what? No, I'm not a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ and I believe in God, but I don't believe in what we're being told. We've been told lies. We've been told a lot of lies. But I definitely know there is a higher power involved in all of this, right? For the good that we have God, and for the powers, principalities and evils and stuff like that there, then we'll have Satan and his fallen angels. So it's definitely happening, guys. This is not bullshit. It's not a joke. It's happening. It really, really is happening, guys, and you just need to wake up to this. Okay? Well, thanks for listening and have a nice day.